Hi, Lucy. My name is Catherine Eswine. I teach chemistry at White Plains High School, and this screenshot is for the Schoology 2 course that I took at White Plains High School. So I'll briefly just go over the lesson plan that I implemented, and then I'll show you my course website and some cool things I learned. So for this lesson, it is in our sixth unit, which is called the atom. It was the first lesson. So it was kind of like a flipped classroom model where I didn't teach the students anything. I kind of had them read, watch videos, and first um, try to understand what's happening. Um, and then like the next day I did direct instruction. So the standards that are addressed in this unit are New York State Standard 4, where students will understand scientific concepts and principles relating to a physical setting. The learning objective for this particular lesson was kind of general and just that students will be able to draw a model of an atom, because again, this is kind of an intro. The class opener and warm up started with an Ed puzzle video. So as you can see, I've created this activity that students do. So they start with the first activity. So I took a screenshot of it, but students would click on this link and they'd go to an Ed puzzle, which is just a short clip, and then I embedded questions throughout that. So that was our opener. This lesson, actually, there wasn't really any direct instruction. And then the student practice for this lesson is kind of the various activities that I'll show you. So first, again, they did an Ed puzzle video, which I was able to grade through Ed puzzle. It was really easy to embed. The second thing I had them do, and you can see my student submissions here, is actually do some research on their own. So they copied all of this information and they clicked on submit, and then they wrote in their answers. So you can see Garcelle's answers here. She wrote each definition and then she completed the table here. And then I was able to give her feedback. Um, so again, all my students submitted right here. So the next activity that they did was drawing an atom. So this was kind of fun. It gave the students a little bit of choice and autonomy. They could either draw it on a piece of paper and take a picture and submit it to the media album. Some students actually drew it through, like this student here, Ashley, she actually drew it through notes on iPad. So she did it with her finger, which I thought was pretty cool. So all the students, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself here. So all the students drew an atom, which was great, and the work was really good. You can see it's really variable. They got to pick and they got to decide how they would submit, and they kind of had fun doing it. So they had to label which particles were the neutron, electron, or proton. Um, and then the next activity was an assessment, which was kind of fun to make. It was pretty short. It was only 4 questions, so I got to use the new assessment tool. So we'll just click on Garcelle. So for hers, um, the nice thing is part of it was partially graded for me. So like this question was a fill in the blank drop. That was graded for me. This one was graded for me. And I believe so was, yeah, this one, the matching was graded for me, so it's kind of fun for the kids. And then this one I had to go in and manually grade, which was really easy. So that was kind of great. And then it's nice how easily you can just kind of click through each student's attempt. So they had a quiz, and then after that, students then had a homework assignment which they could get started on, which was right here. Basically, they would open up this document and sorry, I have to sign in. So they would open up this document and they would complete that worksheet and then submit it online. So Schoology 2, I learned a lot more about how to work more seamlessly with Office 365, which was really cool. So I could grade assignments there. I learned how to grade tests and things like that, and then get grades. So the thing I really liked about kind of setting up the classroom this way is not everyone got to the quiz or not everyone got to this, but it was kind of students were really able to pace themselves. And I was also able to give students feedback almost immediately, which was really great. So it really helps with differentiation because it allows students to kind of dive in, take their time, and then it allows like the more advanced students to kind of keep working. So I really enjoyed this course. I thought it was taught really well. It gave us a lot of time to really dive into Schoology, practice, making these different assignments and activities and practice grading them, giving feedback, integrating Office 365, which still sometimes does work and doesn't work, but now I know you hit like the edit in browser button. So in general, I've really been enjoying Schoology. As I've been kind of, modifying my classroom look. You can kind of see I have different folders for students. Here was our quarterly review, and then this is second quarter here. Like this is our new unit, which I've not published to students yet because I'm still working on it. That was kind of what I was able to do with Schoology 2 as a course. And in terms of like having students submit work and then grading it, which was really great. So I think I've covered everything. Anyway, thanks for listening. And yeah, it was a great course, and I highly recommend Vinny and Jerry as teachers. They're absolutely fabulous. So thanks so much for your time.